if it's a straight line or not. Okay? So, but what you guys are going to have to do on the quiz is be able to tell by looking at an equation or a table as well. Okay? So you're going to have to know all of those things in order to determine if it is linear or nonlinear. So let's go ahead and look at this first example. Guys, cross out where it says name and write Monday, 2/7/22. Because this is going to be considered like a notes page. Okay. So we're going to use this equation to fill in a table and then graph it. And we're going to look at differences and similarities between linear and nonlinear graphs. Okay. Carmen, can you put your phone up on my counter, please? Yeah. Thanks. All right. So we're going to use tried and true -1, 0, 1, and 2 for our inputs. Ben, I need you to wake up. Follow along. Do you have this paper?
No. All of mine.
So what should you do right now? Hey, Mrs. Marsh, can I have another copy of that paper? Sure you can. It's over here on the counter. Please come get one. Make sure you have a pencil. Anybody else need a copy? Just these two knuckleheads.
Hey.
Sorry. Who's out there?
No one.
Someone. You're not just laughing. You're both looking out the window in the same direction and laughing. You're looking out the door.
There's no one out there.
Addison, go on back to your assigned seat then. Thanks.
There's really no one else.
Okay, but clearly it's a problem. Take your paper and sit in your assigned seat. All right. We have our input value and we have our output. So we're going to put this -1 where the x's are. We're going to find out what 2 times -1 plus 1 is, and remember that becomes our output. Like that, remember that machine, input-output machine? So 2 times -1 plus 1 is going to give me -1. 2 times 0 plus 1, 2 times 1 plus 1, 3. 2 times 2 plus 1. So we took the equation, we made a table to get some ordered pairs. And now we're going to graph. I know the graphs are not ideal because of the copy machine. Just do the best you can. So when we look at the graph based on the table that we got from the equation, do we have a linear or nonlinear situation? Is this graph a straight line? So is it linear or nonlinear? Linear.
Wait, how is that a straight line?
The line that we made is a straight line. It's a straight line. When I connect the points, it makes a straight line. So did you do -1, -1, 0, 1?
When I got
1, 3.
2, 5, it didn't. It's just really hard to see.
Oh, I understand. And that's why I'm like pointing to mine so you guys can hopefully see that this is a straight line. Let's move on to the second one. We're going to use -1, 0, 1, and 2 again. No. It depends on what we're, like, no. And I'll explain why we change it up on a couple of them. Okay, so what's -1 times -1? 1, a positive 1, plus 1, 2. 0 times 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 times 1 plus 1 is 2 times 2 plus 1 is 5. So now when I graph this, -1, 2, 0, 1, 1, 2, and 2, 5 again, I get what looks kind of like a fish hook, right? Kind of curves like this. Do we have a linear or nonlinear graph? Nonlinear. Write that up there by the equation, because we're going to be keeping track of those. What does this equation have that this equation does not have? Exponent. All right, let's move on to this next one. -1, 0, 1, and 2 again, because those are easy numbers to put into any equation. -1 times -1 times -1 is -1. 0 times 0 times 0 is 1 times 1 times 1. 2 times 2 times 2.
66.
8. So it's 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. Yep. Okay, so when we graph this, it looks like it's going to be fine, and then all of a sudden it jumps all the way up here. So that is definitely nonlinear, because it's such a drastic increase here. If we did 3, we'd go all the way up to 27. 4 would be all the way up to 64. So you can see how it's like, oh, it's fine, and then it's not. Like it, right? It gets really close to vertical there. Again, this has an exponent, right? Everybody see that? Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. Because it's so, who was asking? Hannah. Because this is divided by 2, we're going to pick numbers for x that are easily divisible by 2. So I'm going to do -2, 0, 2, and 4. So that I get nice, even outputs. So what's -2 divided by 2?
1.
-1. 0 divided by 2 is 0. 2 divided by 2, 1. 4 divided by 2, 2. And I know, again, it's kind of hard to see, but this is linear. It will make a straight line. Make sure you write linear up by the equation. Okay, go ahead and put these papers in your binder. We will continue this tomorrow. Make sure you have the study guide and the other assignment from Wednesday last week, all in your binder.